When I first started watching, this was a little bit confusing to me. Not confusing to me, but I felt it was important. But I realize now, Eldians, Marlians, how the Marlians feel about the Eldians. They're using the Eldians literally as a meat shield, because for the Marlians, Eldians' lives are worthless. So that's why the Eldian unit, those units are being used for suicide missions, basically. And that one guy at one point in the episode was saying, why did he get shot? You Eldians are supposed to soak up all the bullets. So it really just shows how they're treated by the Marlians at this point, because we know that Marlians see it like this happening in front of us right now. Their enemies being eaten by the Titans and stuff. That is what happened to our people, and they carry that anger and resentment, and that's why now they treat other Eldians who have nothing to do with that war. They treat them still like as if everything's their fault, as if they're meant to be held accountable for the sins of their forefathers. But we don't know. I don't remember much about that war, why it happened. So I'm going to just rewatch the last couple of episodes and then I'll come back to these thoughts. But either way, the Marlians seeing the Eldians in this light is wrong. Wrong. You cannot hold anyone accountable for things that their parents did. That angers me so much. And I have talked about that in more depth in previous seasons. Or I wouldn't say I've talked about it in more depth, but it is something that I know I've gotten worked up about before because of, even our history in South Africa. So I won't go into things more at this point, but it's just the Eldians being used as meat shields. It's terrible. But war itself is terrible. So it sucks that this whole thing is happening, but it seems to be happening because our defeat brought about this war. That is what Zeke said to Reiner. So because, as far as I could tell, and I want to say correct me if I'm wrong, but don't spoil me. As far as I understand it, when their whole mission to eradicate humanity within the walls failed, and they lost the female Titan and the colossal Titan. That was seen as the Marlian army had, the whole war started because of that, and the other side thought, oh, they're weak, we should get them now, and that's why the war started. So 9 years ago, they failed. The other side, the Marlians and Eldians here are fighting against, they heard about it, found out about it somehow, thought this is our chance to strike, and because they're weak now, or they're weaker than they were, and then 4 years ago this battle started. So 9 years ago, 9 years ago they failed, and then 5 years later this war began because of that failure, because they were seen as weakened. Okay, so that's how I understood all of that. And now they're all caught up in this war.